Hello, everyone, and welcome to Just Propane Night with me, Skari, your grateful host, and Tanya Gates, my wonderful co-host. We are waiting on Emma, who might have fallen asleep or had a nap, or something might have come up. So she hasn't responded to my messages this morning. So episode 28 might be just us. But if Emma does show up, I do have an additional thing waiting, and we'll transition over to the three-person super stream, which is what you're used to. Yeah, your mic isn't working all of a sudden, Tanya. I know.
Are you
Oh,
sure?
there it is. Now it is. I don't. You probably just mouthed that then. I didn't actually say any words. But hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is your every Thursday and Friday hobby show, unless Rogers dies.
What a crazy day.
That was a crazy day. So last Friday, for anybody who doesn't know, Rogers Wireless, a big provider of internet in Canada, died. And no one that used that provider had phones or internet for like an entire day. It was kind of weird. It's like kind of interesting to be like, hey, do you have internet? No. Does the local Tim Hortons have internet? Yes. So we all conglomerated like a waterhole in the desert. Which was like,
I
the
would have
lively.
probably just taken the day off of work and
No, I
stuff
did.
personally,
Oh,
but
yeah. Well, I did. I took the day off work. I was like, I can't. I literally can't work. I physically cannot do work. And I sent a message to everybody being like, do not try and contact me. I am dead. Okay, so today I'm working on a Revenant Titan that was amazingly given to me by Kyle, Gearguts Mech Shop Kyle, who is in chat. Hey Kyle, Gearguts Mech Shop Kyle, who was like, I want to play with big toys, so here's some big toys for you to play with, and I can't wait. After this guy is done, I'll have 3 of these. I'll have 2 of these and 1 big Phantom Titan, also given to me by Kyle. Thanks so much, Kyle. Love you very much. And I'm really excited to kind of put them on the table and play games with them. It's going to be really fun. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing today. How about you, Tanya?
What am I doing today?
Yeah.
Well, right now
Tell me.
I'm putting a bit of a wash on Abigail Halsey. I have to do like all of her like leather bits and stuff, so I'm just washing them first. And I'm going to be finishing her today on the stream. I'm pretty sure. She's basically there. After leather and then a little bit of metal and the base, and she's done. So she'll be done today. And then later today, I have to make, almost immediately after this, I have to make a thumbnail because I'm releasing a tutorial video today on the YouTubes.
On how to do what?
On how to take photos of your miniatures without fancy gear.
Oh, that's a great tutorial. Like, as somebody who doesn't have fancy gear, I always found like that sort of information super useful.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, it'll just be like a short tutorial, but it did end up being like 20 minutes long. But I'm going to put chapters in it so people can skip to the parts that are more interesting to them. Because I wanted to not just... I wanted to like educate people on how photography, like cameras and lighting and stuff works.
Right.
So that they could apply that to use any camera to take photos of their miniatures and get a good result.
Yeah.
So like you could use your webcam technically with this tutorial and you get a pretty good result.
That's really cool. And where are people going to be able to find this wonderful tutorial?
I'm going to do a premiere at 2 p.m. Pacific today. So It'll be on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, which you should head on over. I'll be putting a link in the comments or description, so make sure you check that out as well. Do you have so you're gonna be live in chat as well, like answering questions and stuff too for everybody, right? Perfect.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I like that when there's like when you get to hang out with folks that are doing stuff like that live or whatever.
Yeah, I
Can
don't
ask
get
them
like a lot of
questions and
people in the
stuff.
premieres, but like it's always a lot of fun to do them. So I like
Yeah,
to do them.
I enjoy them as well. I have a live premiere
Yeah.
today too, which is my latest battle report that will be hitting the scene.
What versus what?
So, fancy Necrons, brand new Necrons versus my Drukhari. With all the glow ups that the Necrons got, it is quite a doozy.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's with John the Cron.
yeah, of course,
Of
because he plays
Kenya.
Necrons. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to showcase this with anyone else. If anybody wants to see the, like John the Cron struggle for 5 years, you should watch all the battle reports that I've played with him. And then in Crusade, though, his Crusade is silly. But now his Necrons are scary as F. Xanthiadi says, "You get me!" Smiley face, laughing, roll on the floor. Nice. I like that you point to the sky when talking about the Phantom Titan like it's a model that's taller than you are. Okay, look. Okay, hold on a second. Let me show you. Okay, you're all in this together. While this glue sets, which apparently is never, because this super glue doesn't want to set. Check this out, okay? Oh, there's the Phantom Titan. That's why because look, it's literally staring at me as I'm working. It it watches over the studio, you see. The
Oh, that's
Phantom
not
Titan.
creepy at all.
Nope, not creepy at all. It's only fair. 2 p.m. specific is 2 a.m. somewhere. That is very true. For anybody who's brand new to the just put paint on it and doesn't understand what is the hap, that's we kept on always giving Tanya a hard time, and it became a thing. It's an inside joke. Welcome 3 seasons later.
Where I'm still streaming at 2 a.m.
Anyway, yeah, it's 2 a.m. whenever you stream, because that's just true. That's just how time works.
Obviously.
Of course, like how do you not know this, person who's watching right now and who's now
Why was
not
I
watching
thinking I was
anymore?
Why was I thinking I was going to dry brush this tiny base with this giant
Dry brush.
brush? I don't
Oh,
know.
I had so much fun on Heroes Brush Hour. I don't like when I went on there. It was such a fun time with the crew, and
Mm-hmm.
I loved the fact that I was like faffing about with like my big brush or whatever early on, and they're like, "Haha, now we know what your biggest brush is." I was like, "What?" And they're like, "We might have to make you. Someone's gonna make you paint with that brush." I was like, "Ah, no." It's like a massive, like 2 inch or 3 inch, like terrain painting brush. I had to paint like a tiny little model with that big brush. It was horrible.
See,
2
for
p.m.
me, I find it's awful the other way. Like painting a big model with a tiny brush.
Hmm. Yeah. Luckily enough, I had like the base to do, and there was like certain things that I could do. You know what I mean? That was like,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't. It wasn't like a waste of time. Like I could actually just like do it with other things. Why
Yeah.
is this not connecting in the way that I wanted to connect?
I was actually shocked. So when I was on, people made me paint with the other hand, with my other
Mm,
hand,
they
non-dominant.
did that for me too. Yep.
And
Hmm.
like I actually did it. I was like super shocked. I didn't even make it like that big of a mess. It's like, yeah, I got
Hmm.
skills I didn't know I had.
You got skills and you didn't even know it, eh?
Oh.
2 p.m. 2 p.m. anytime, and Baby Shark dances out of Skari. Yeah, that was like OG stuff. You know what I mean? Like me dancing and singing to Baby Shark. I got so many copy strike violations because of that. Because it's like
Uh,
the most copyrighted song like in the world. Like the algorithm picks it up in like 30 seconds and like shuts it down. Norn Queen, what's going on? Can't stay. Tell Em I love her orc posts when and if she comes on. Yeah, we'll do Norn Queen. Kia, thank you so much for coming by to say hello. It's 2 a.m. in Kazakhstan, Central Russia when it's 2 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, well, it's 2 a.m.
there
in
you go.
Australia when it's some sort of time in Toronto. So Giragut says, worth it. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I still have the hat. Where's the little hat? I've got the little baby shark hat
I
somewhere.
really wanted to get you that shark bathing suit with like the cutout
Ah, so
on the
funny.
side.
I would totally wear that, by the way.
I know you would.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun to wear that. Now, whoever put this together did not glue it the right way. So, like, these whole weapon shafts are, like, just the wrong way around. And it's kind of driving me crazy.
Can you? It's obviously super glued, so can you just break it
It's
off?
not super glued. It is, like, epoxy together.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like, if I try and break, like, pull this apart, like, the resin is just gonna snap.
Oof.
Yeah.
Big oof.
Yeah. At least I'll know which one is which in terms of weapons or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
So you want to hear a fun story?
I love fun stories.
So my husband wanted the new creature caster Demonettes, not Demonettes.
Yeah.
So I ordered them. So it's fine.
Demonettes, not demon. Okay, they're like
Yeah,
creature
they're like
caster.
counts
Yeah,
as
yeah.
And so I order them. They come today, and um Simon, who's one of the guys who works there, he sent a bunch of extra stuff with a really cute note. He's like, "Oh, I hope that we get to play again sometime soon." And one of the things that's in this like little random bag of bits is like an evil Nurgle flying beaver.
Nurgle flying beaver?
Yeah, it's like a
That
beaver, but it's
sounds
like got
amazing.
like I think pustules or something on it,
That's so
and it's
funny.
got like wings, and I love it. It's so random and weird.
Oh, that's so awesome. Are
So
you gonna paint it?
I know. Yes, I'm going to
Yes.
paint it. Yes.
Excellent.
I'm never gonna play with it. Well, that's not true. I could probably use it as some sort of like weird creature for Mythos. But
Is
yeah, it's
Mythos?
just
What is Mythos?
so Mythos is what is the game that I'm painting these minis for.
Ah,
So
right. Because you're painting
yeah,
them
it's
non.
like
Yeah.
the Cthulhu inspired skirmish game.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of like weird old one minions and stuff. So I could
Nice.
probably use it in a scenario there.
Well, that would be cool.
I know, like I picked it up and I was like, what is this?
Okay, so that's good. I love the fact that like this miniature's base has been like magnetized. I love it. It's like it's gonna be so much
How
easier to transport.
how big are the magnets in it?
Varying size. Like the head is like small magnets and stuff, but like overall, like it's really cool to be like basically all magnetized. The head's magnetized, the little vents are magnetized. The most annoying thing is these guns are magnetized, so I might just glue the guns in place once I'm done painting them, because I
Yeah,
don't want them to like move
fall
around.
off.
However,
Yeah.
I might just glue the arms and then leave the magnets like on the weapon so I can take the weapons off, but we'll see. Nurgle Beaver, is that from the Lost and the Damned? So,
What?
I don't know. Lost and the Damned were like the old human, like renegade Imperial Guard, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, they were like a faction that existed back in the day.
Ah, I see. I wasn't around back then.
Back in the day when there was this
Back
thing
when I
called
played.
creativity in Warhammer. We had traitor guardsmen. They were really cool. Hydration, everybody. Drink.
What? We're hydrating?
Ah, delicious.
Oh my god, Zan, no.
Da 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 da. Ha ha ha, damned, as in it's a beaver and it makes dams. Funny! See, even that joke went over my head. That's saying something. Usually I'm the one with all the jokes.
That go
And
over
so
people's
is
heads.
Santiades, correct. You know,
Yes.
they're not so plain. Ha,
Do you want to hear another
get
funny
it?
story?
Because it's a plane. that flies over people's
Yeah,
heads.
Do you want to hear another funny story?
Yes, I love stories.
Okay, so I was in the supermarket last Thursday,
Yep.
and somebody from my ITC team was there.
Nice.
Our team doesn't really exist anymore, but he was there, and so we like ended up talking a lot.
Yep.
And so we're like totally nerding out because he's telling me about how he's just like kicking ass with his thousand sons and everything. And this old guy comes over and he's like, "What game are you guys talking about?" Well, we're like elbow deep in the meta when we were talking. He's like, "What game are you guys talking about?"
Yeah.
And we like look at each
You're like,
other, we look
none
back
your
at him.
business.
No, we said, "Oh, Warhammer 40,000." And he was just like, "Oh," and then he walked away. I was like, "Oh, okay. Why even ask?" Like, what did you want it to be?
I know. Was he thinking you were playing? You talking about like backgammon or checkers or something?
I don't know. It
Yeah,
was like maybe a guy in his 50s or 60s.
yeah, totally checkers. Come on, that must be. He was like, "Oh man, some people who I can talk checkers with finally after all these years."
I just like it's just oh, and then he leaves. Like, well,
Wah wah wah
like, did you
wah.
want in on this? Like, what did you think we were talking about? Like,
That's so
I
funny.
need to know.
You're like, and that's the way the cookie crumbles, everyone. I'm currently
Hmm.
gluing this guy's butt on. It's like a fin on his butt.
Gluing his butt on.
It's a fin. Like, it's got like these fins that, like, I'm assuming are like stabilization fins, right? And they've broken off, so I'm gluing them back on. And I feel like it's the right thing to do. He was secretly
Everybody
hoping it
needs a
was
butt.
a Advanced Dungeons and Dragons reviving a campaign from the 80s. Yes, that's exactly what that would be. Now, I know I'm not painting anything, I'm gluing stuff, but I will be putting sand on this base. So get excited.
So you still use like the old like glue and sand
Is
and
that
then more
old?
glue. Yeah.
Really? What's the new thing to do?
To use the technicals and like the different pastes and stuff from Vallejo and stuff.
Yeah, it's just straight up. I literally have a tub of sand in a Ziploc tub. See? It's right here. It's my tub of sand. And I put PVA glue on the base. After I put like cool little things like this building that's broken down on it. And then I glue it all together. And I put more PVA glue. And then I paint it.
Yeah. I used to do that. Takes
That's
so
what I do.
long.
Yeah, yeah, I like it though. Like
Yeah.
from a personal level, I don't know. It's like I was never big into basing. I think I had a revolution in basing when I did my Black Templars and I put tufts on all the bases. I felt so proud.
Ooh, that looks really
I was
nice.
like, why haven't I been doing this for the last 20 years of playing this game?
See,
Because
I used to hate making bases until they released like the texture paints and stuff, and now I enjoy doing bases.
right.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Alex is like rebasing his Tyranids, and he's like, "Can you help me?"
Ooh,
Yes.
that's a big boy. Teach me to show up late. That's right, Market Corn. I am currently building a Revenant Titan. That was given to me as a gift by Gear Guts Mech Kyle. One of two Titans he gifted me so that we could play games together with Titans. Which I'm really excited about. Because I've got
Hmm.
my Phantom Titan, and now the big game is something that we will be planning. And for anybody who doesn't know, the big game is a very big game.
Uh,
Um, there's no rocket science with the there's no it's just a big game, very very big game
yeah.
that we like to play, and we invite people and stuff like that. So another thing I want to talk about. So I've talked about the Mike Mudd Memorial Tournament before, right? I'm assuming you've heard me talk about that event. It is
Yep.
okay. So the Mike Mudd Memorial Tournament is an event that we have been putting on for, well, This will be the 12th year that we've done it, or 13th year that we've done it. I think it's the 12th. But we did take 2019, 20, and 21. So we took 3 years off because of COVID, right? So this is finally coming back. And I can't believe 3 years. What the hell? Anyway, good morning, No Name. What's going on? So, we're finally putting it back on, and we do it at the Army Navy Hall in Stratford, Ontario, Canada. It's going to happen in October 25th, I think. Like, it's like one of the
I
last
hope you
Saturdays in
all
October.
wear costumes.
29th, sorry. It's on the 29th of October, so just before Halloween, right? And we're doing it again. And this is an event that we do in the name of our friend, Mike Mudd, who died in a car accident on his way to game night. So, he was like a very good friend of ours. He loved animals. He was like literally living with me. He was like my housemate. And so it affected all of us. So we raised money in his name for the local animal shelter because he loved animals. And so for the last 12 years, we've done a tournament, and all the proceeds from the tournament get donated to the animal shelter. And there's been a really fun event, and it's become such a staple of like the Southern Ontario community. Like, we literally had 44 spots, and we opened it, and it filled up in like 3 hours. Like, it was crazy. And then we had to fill it up to like 60 some spots because we're gonna cram in more tables, and it like filled up in like another hour or whatever. It was crazy how so I want to say thank you to everybody if you're watching this and you wanted to join in. We get his parents to come down and give out the award every year as well, and that's awesome. So it's really really cool. Anyway, so that's happening again this year. I'm really really excited about it. And that was my soapbox.
So, all of the spots are filled already?
So yes, it filled up like
That's amazing.
super fast. Yeah, it like literally was like, and it's full. So
That's good though.
yeah, it's great. The parents coming to give the awards is really sweet. Yeah, no, like Wendy and Mike's dad, um, um, I think it's Mike. This side, like Mike as well. They I knew Mike from when I was in university, and we used to play at the same game store and everything, and so I knew his parents from like back in the day. So the fact that they come down, they hand out the award, like, his brothers come and play at the event and stuff as well. It's a really wholesome event. That's like we're gonna be playing Tempest of War, right? So it's just gonna be like really chill and relax, and we play like Highlander style 40k. If anybody doesn't know what that is, it's you can't repeat unit entries like when you're taking unit entries or whatever. So
I have like unconsciously just been making all of my lists like that recently.
I love that style of like list building. Nameless says, I started making miniature related TikToks because Skari says, if you want to make content, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Just like if you want to paint something, you have to
Do it.
just put paint on it. Exactly. Just have to put paint on it. It's literally the solution to your problem right there. I'll start a YouTube next year. Well, to be honest, like, what I was reading some stats and like TikTok is literally the most like used thing in like teenagers and younger people now.
I
Like,
will say though, like it's really hard to make money on TikTok.
I don't know how to make money on TikTok. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Basically you have to so you can't do a lot of like affiliate links or anything like that. There's not really a way for companies to like push their products because there's no linking. And I only know this because Kyle and I were kind of looking into it. It's not a platform that a lot of companies are willing to invest a lot of money in because the return on investment doesn't seem that great unless you have somebody with like a gigantic following.
Right.
but yeah, I don't know. Affiliate marketing doesn't work, so you'd have to just basically like show off product and then get money directly from the companies.
Like if they were to like basically more product placement more than anything.
Yeah, like a company,
Yeah.
like say Army Painter came to you and was
Yeah.
like, "I want you to make a TikTok about our new speed paints or whatever, and we'll give you X amount of dollars to do X amount of content."
Yeah.
That's like the only way you can make money
Interesting.
on TikTok. It is interesting.
I feel like I feel like I've been actually thinking about TikTok and being like, I wonder where I would start. But I would definitely do something like just very low key at first and just kind of do like, this is what Warhammer is, like just like little tiny things like that, and not try and
I
do
would
like the whole dances or whatever. I don't know.
I would probably do like how I'm doing with my YouTube shorts.
Yeah,
Just do like helpful hints and stuff.
yeah. However, your YouTube shorts are quite nice. I like your screening one was really good. Your like fight first, fight last one, right? You did that one too.
It's like my best performing video
That's
ever.
also because it's like you know how many questions I get about fight first, fight last? Like everybody is like, how does that
I've
work?
watched Art of War players do it wrong,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
literally the most confusing rule interaction in like the entire game, and that's saying something because 40K is a confusing game, like crazy
Mhm.
confusing.
Yeah.
Dad jokes always start with dad jokes.
I was at the game store and then somebody apparently, and now I'm one of like the rules people that people like
Nice.
grab from their table to like ask rules questions.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody was like, "Oh, how does fights last work if you both have fights last on you?" So I was like, "Oh, I have a video actually on YouTube you can check out. It's 60 seconds. It explains all of it." And he was like, "I can't watch your videos." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know. It just like weirds me out. I can't do it." And I was like, "Okay."
Well, I'm not gonna help you, bitch. And then you walk away.
Uh,
that is kind. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of funny, actually.
it was
Um,
really funny.
yeah,
I was just like, "It's 60 seconds. You can't even see me. You can see my hands."
yeah.
Mm.
That is
Gravy
definitely interesting.
Jones. We don't know if she's gonna make it or not.
Who's gonna make what?
Maybe Emma.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me see. Let me check my Instagram.
There might have been some confusion with time, or somebody might
No,
have
like
taken
she
a nap.
shared it. She shared it. Said 11. Like she shared it
But
on her
yeah, but
thing.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe there's like a time zone issue, like a
I know.
calculation in the time zones or something.
I know. There's a. We have to call the time police. The timeline has branched off into another direction. Time for us to. I don't know. Reset the
Oh
timeline.
no, you were gonna try and make a dad joke. I
No, no,
know.
no, no. I'm
Don't
just.
push too hard.
I'm. Well. I'm essentially just doing a Marvel show right now. You didn't even have to pay for Disney Plus for that one.
Thor is so outgoing and friendly, unlike his brother, who is low key.
Aha! There you go. That's a good one. Gravy Jones says, "Love this lady's orcs. Is she coming?" We don't know.
We don't know. I
We
mean,
don't know. But then
I
again,
have some
Tanya has
pretty cool
orcs
orcs
too.
too.
Yep. Show them off. Show them off. Give the
But they're up there.
oh,
You okay? You can see
give the
my.
people what they want, Tanya, and they want more cowbell orcs. They want more
You can see
orcs.
my commandos.
They're barrels.
They are barrels.
They're barrels. Every time.
Uh,
Gets me every time. I love those commandos so much.
uh,
They're so
I have.
funny.
I. You just get to see all the stuff that's like right here that I can reach. I have a mech.
Skari has an original
I
somewhere
have a
from
mech.
before the company started. I have an original orc mech that I built and painted, like painted and built. I've got the mechs from a lot of the stuff is in storage since we moved, but I have a nice orc mech from when Kyle had basically just started, I guess, and Matt and I did a was it a speed paint of one of the orc mechs back when just put paint on it was but a hole in the wall. There we go. Seems to be.
Don't you have an orc epic army?
I do. Do you want to see it? Let me grab
Yeah.
it. Okay, let's see. Let's show off some epic orcs. Anybody who doesn't know what epic is, that is literally showing my age, is what that is. Is it over here? No,
Gravy
I don't have the
Jones,
epic
all of my orcs are Gear Guts Mech Shop models.
Hold on a second.
So everything is third party, yes. Speed build and paint without any instructions. Did it need instructions though? Like, I feel like, okay, with the exception of like some of the really big walking mechs, I feel like the infantry is usually pretty easy to put together. $5 for epic orcs. Thank you so much, Gravy Jones, for the super chat. Oh god, did it ever? Okay. I'm excited to see these epic orcs because I have only ever seen like a couple epic models before, and they were all like Space Marine stuff. Like, I would love to see what an epic Stompa looks like.
Epic orcs. Hey, Gravy, thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate it, buddy. Okay, check this out. Okay, it's in an old Chaos Predator box, which was literally a Space Marine Predator with spikes, and then they sold it for more money. And then you open it. See how it says Epic Orcs on with a red Sharpie on it. Okay, check it. Oh, it's a box of Epic Orcs. Okay. So this is a Gargant. It's an old school pewter or lead Gargant that literally is amazing. Check it. See this? I have to like put it together, but this is legit. Like you can't find these anymore. I've got like the head over there somewhere. Where's the head? This is the head. Well, that's a gun. That's another
I feel
gun.
like I would really enjoy epic.
Yeah, look at that. It just goes out like this. You got like the little guns like that. Oh, this is like a really heavy model. Okay, these are like my speed war. So there's like little battle wagon-y guns, like these things. They're like little battle wagons that run around. Look at them. They're called gun fortresses. And then you got little plastic ones that they had made. Like they actually made little plastic like tanks and stuff. Then these are my squads of orcs, boys, and they've got a guy with a big gun on there. So it's got
That
like a big gun.
looks like a boat with a death roller on it.
Oh yeah. They've got little death rollers. Like they all have rollers, or they've got like big clanky clank things like this, where they like go around and like.
I have to watch with a delay. So
Yeah. And then you got the little buggies. Look at that. It's so tiny. It's like you can't even zoom in on them. They're so small. And then
I would love to paint these.
These are cool. Look at that. These have got like little flames on him because he was like a speed war, like Bad Moon style. That's a cannon, an old school like orc cannon. And then you got even like the fighter bombers. You got the little fighter bombers, little tiny planes. Look at them. They're so cute. They're so adorable. They were like a thing before GW made them a thing. What else? I got my
I would
looters.
totally play
These
this.
are my Mega Knobs, old Mega Knobs, 3 to a base. Look at them, tiny little Mega Knobs with a little flag on
Are
them.
they as good in epic as they are in?
Yes, in
APOC?
Apocalypse, yes,
Yeah.
they are definitely like Terminators. Yeah, they are very, very tough. Look, a little rocket. Look at that. It's literally just a rocket, just a single rocket on a carriage. War tracks, that's what they were called. That's right, war tracks. And you got the flak guns, the little the flak wagons to go and like kill like aircraft and stuff. So much fun. And I've got so many that I still haven't built and painted. And then these are my command boys over here. Because I've got here's my war boss. Here's my command war boss. He's got 2 flags because he's badass. He's got a little mech. Oh no, is that a pain boy with a little syringe and a mech up? Like this thing, this is tiny. I remember painting these like 10 years ago. But yeah, I have an orc epic army,
I wonder if
and
I
I
could
love
pick
it.
up some of those on like eBay or something.
Pulsar rocket. That's what Kyle's like. Yeah, I know. It's like so many cool different things. It's funny how crazy this game has gotten over time. There's so much shite that you can get and find and do. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so that's all glued up. And then, so I basically re-glued everything. And then this actually is also magnetized in the back there. So that kind of goes in the back. Pow! Like this. So I'm going to put some sand on this base. And then it'll be ready for priming, which is great. Which means I can get this primed up and ready to get painted again, which will be nice.
Do we have like an approximate time for the next big game?
I would say September, I think. Ow, ow, ow.
Okay,
Depends on. I have to talk to Kyle about it.
because Kaylee wants me to come out for the end of September. Because she's going out to mini wargaming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that we could try and like get it all together and make that happen, right?
Yeah, because I would really like to see her, and Dave has allowed me to stay for free again.
That's
So,
nice.
yeah, I love Dave.
Dave is awesome.
He's okay. He's one of those people who will just like message you out of the blue just because he wants to know how you're doing.
Yep.
He's just literally the nicest guy.
Dave from Mini Wargaming. Mini Wargaming Dave. We're gonna have a rematch: Stompa versus Wraith Knight Skari, Craftworlds versus Orcs. Wraith Knight? No, no Wraith Knight. If you bring a Stompa, I'm bringing my Phantom Titan. My Phantom Titan is gonna make short work of your Stompa. Cause
I am feeling like the call to paint more of my orcs.
oh yeah, is it like itching at you?
Yeah, I have my Beast Boss version of myself with like the power shovel and stuff.
Yeah.
This one,
Nice.
like this,
Yeah,
almost
with the
as big as
little.
my head.
I like it.
But I need a base for it, so I'm gonna have to order a base for it.
This is not a Wraith Knight gravy. This is what I'm doing right now. What I'm working on right now is a Revenant Titan. So it is a 2,000 point or 1,500 point Titan. Yeah.
Can you just take a moment and marvel at how cute this little squig is with his hat and his little tongue sticking out?
I love squigs, and characterful squigs are literally the shit. They are so... They're like an iconic part of Warhammer 40,000. I don't care which faction you play. If you don't like Nurglings and squigs, you have no soul.
It's like people who say they don't like dogs.
How
You monster!
How dare they? Monsters. How dare you? How dare you even fraternize with us?
You can't sit with us, because my dog sits at the table with me.
Yep, there you go. Mm-hmm. Oh,
he's in this weird, like,
Who
fear
wins,
stage
fat,
right
flat
now.
squig or sassy nurgling? Flat squig. Sassy nurgling is pretty... Flat squig is pretty funny, like squish squig, but like sassy nurgling is pretty sassy.
I feel like sassy nurgling would, like, kill you with words first, you know? They'd have, like, the quick, like, one-liners, and you'd be like, and you would, like, laugh to death.
If you haven't watched the Warhammer Plus stuff, okay, they have, there's one of the Warhammer Plus shows has a nurgling character in it, and that nurgling character literally was the best character. So I would say Sassy Nurgling for me for sure would win that. Just because if Sassy Nurgling is anything like that Nurgling that we met in the Warhammer Plus show, I want to meet Sassy Nurgling, even though he'd probably stab me and feed me my own entrails for fun.
I feel like he would. No, I think he would stab you, and then you would slowly succumb to the horrificness of Nurgle's
Nurgle's
rot.
blessings.
Yeah, and then
Gonna let him off it. That's
afterwards,
terrible.
once you fell apart, and then you were rebuilt with the stuff of plague,
Right, right.
then I feel like you guys would be friends.
Okay, fair enough. I think that
Yeah.
would make sense.
Yeah.
I'm working on some Grey Knights for friends as Nameless. You can totally check them out on my TikTok. Nice. Well, if you can put a link up to it here in the chat. Like, I'm not sure if I don't think I've disabled links in the chat. So.
I think you have to enable links in the chat.
Do I? I don't know. If you can link it up, link it up. If not, then I'll try and link it up later. Keith Rogers, I'm a big fan of the squig named Sir Hoppington. There's a squig named Sir Hoppington.
I feel like there's a story behind that.
Mm-hmm. Does he just like beer?
Oh God, no! Please, no!
Because he's all about the hops. Get
Shush.
it? What? What? Didn't we just have a conversation about dad jokes? That's you know what you signed up for.
I know. I don't have to be happy about it.
That's true. You can complain and complain and complain and complain.
I will. Thank you. I will exercise my right to complain. Tanya bot. Yeah.
Tanya bot. Yeah, I know. I haven't actually put any bots up. I haven't put any bots up. Bup. No flowers either. So no botanicals.
I think if I owned a pet squig, for sure it'll be called Squiggles.
Ooh.
That's really cute.
Does he draw?
Shush. Gravy Jones says, I have 3 Gearguts Chinork Coptas, but they immediately went into Legends. Aw, no!
Yeah, those Chinorks, like, they were, like, the shit. And then they were like, oh, you can't take them anymore. It's like, why?
Could you use them as something else? Like, could you proxy them as something else?
You just need to find people who aren't jerks that let you play with Legend stuff. Done. Problem solved. Okay, so this Phantom Titan, basing done, glued and fixed what I needed to glue and fix. We can move on to project number 2 for the day.
They 3D printed a bowler hat for what? Sir Hoppington? Of course he has a bowler hat.
It must have a bowler hat. Yeah, because he's a bowler. Play him in Crusade, says Kyle. Yes, you should play more Crusade, Gravy. You and your competitive games. Petulant whack player.
You know what? My husband, you know, some women get flowers, but my husband buys me Bane blades. So I got a Bane blade.
Nice. That is fantastic.
Yeah. So should I? For my what?
For your guard.
Yes.
Unless you're gonna loot
should
it.
I? No.
Fair.
No. So should I try and make the Octo Blade?
Yes. It's actually not as hard as you think. Or as hard as, or maybe as intimidating as people might make it seem. It's actually half decent to do, because you don't even need magnets. A lot of the stuff is push fit if you don't glue stuff. So you can kind of just, like, fit it into place. You don't really need to glue anything. So it makes it kind of easy. Yeah. At least that's what I found with, like, my stuff. Okay, I'm going to continue work on this Razorwing Jet Fighter now, which is my project numero dos. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to do some more painting of other things that I wanted to get done. I'm going to put some black on these bases because I want to get these based up so then they can match my army, and then I can kind of throw them in whenever I need to. There's some Cavalite Warriors I got secondhand, and they're like similar enough, and I put some pink on them to make them match my scheme, and I'm just going to base them so they look like my basing scheme. Done. And that's literally how simple that whole process becomes.
Oh, you know, I wanted to ask you.
Yep.
You went to a team tournament
I
last week?
did, yeah,
How
this
did that
weekend
go?
actually. It went really well. It was Stutter Scrub went down again as a team. So team events, if you're unfamiliar with them, you get like a team of 4 to 8 people is like the biggest teams, and you each take a single codex, so you can't take multiples of the same codex, and then you fight against other people, and you try and like. So there's this whole pairing thing where you try and like pair up the matchups you want, and then you play 5 games or whatever, and you get points, and the team that gets the most or the highest points wins usually, and then that's how you win or lose, is by like each matchup being important instead of just like a singles event. We did great. We went 2. It was 4 rounds.
Hmm.
We won 2 and drew 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So in true Stutter Scrub fashion, we ended up playing against like 4 of the top 6, and we were the 4th placing team. So we literally played like the toughest teams at the whole event. Again, that's just like a theme for us when we play at team events. And
Hey, you know what? It's good practice,
it is.
right?
It was great. Like we wouldn't have it any other way. And but we ended up drawing the team that got first place. And if we would have won that, we would have won. So it was a very close event. Very
Oh,
fun.
I like that.
It was very nice to see everybody. And we got 4th because they went for battle points as a tiebreaker instead of win path. So even
Oh, okay.
though even though we had like one of the best win paths, we would one team with a loss ended up because they had 3 wins, and we had 2 wins and 2 draws, which accounted to 3 wins technically.
Hmm.
So then we were pushed down to 4th because we didn't have enough battle points to podium. But it was a great time, and our team is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which I
I
really like. So.
I kind of miss playing 40K, but I don't know. My husband doesn't want to play. I don't really want to play like the people who are super competitive right now. So,
Yeah,
but one day I'm gonna bust out the cards because I think that they seem really fun.
yeah. The Tempest cards, they're a nice way to just pick up and play like a very low key game of 40K without like taking it too seriously. You kind of
Yeah.
just do what the card tells you to do, and you just kind of hold objectives and stuff, and it's like it's chill.
Yeah.
I will
That's what
say
I
though,
want.
yeah, I
Hmm.
played against the new Tyranids last night and got my face kicked in.
Yeah.
Oh baby, it's funny because in the whole time some of these crazy lists have been out there, I've been able to avoid all of them in like every
Really?
event I've been to. I played against like silly Harlequins, I think twice when they were like
Hmm.
all the rage, and then Tyranids, I didn't play them one time at an event. Like I dodged them every time. But then I played against Tyranids now, and even like not like quote unquote fixed Tyranids. Holy
Yeah.
crap! Holy crap! Did my army die so fast? I was like, what in the hell just happened? So
But
it
it's
was a
because they can kill you in every phase, right?
yeah,
Like
that and
they're
the
they're
fact that
good
they're
in every
super
phase.
efficient, right? Like
Yeah.
they're like almost Custodes level efficiency, but like with triple the amount of dice. It's like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Tempest of War, says Shadow Sun, is the best way to play pickup Warhammer. I would agree with that statement. I had a Tempest of War game this Tuesday, filming with Mini Wargaming against a guest from Quebec, and that was really cool. I had a lot of fun because we didn't really need you don't need to like optimize your list. You can kind of build a list that's like a little bit of everything, just so you can play Tempest of War, which will make you do a little bit of everything, right? Shoot a little
Hmm.
bit, combat a little bit, take objectives, that sort of thing. So it's really cool. Yeah, very
Tomorrow
chill,
I'm
very relaxed.
hosting a Necromunda teaching game. So I'm
Ooh,
gonna be teaching because we're getting ready to do just a little campaign thingy.
nice.
So and everybody's like, I don't know how to play. And I was like, okay, so we're gonna all learn together.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. So I'm gonna be like the game master because I've played before. Um, and again, I seem to be like the rules person in the local group. So I'm going to be the game master and we're going to play the mission. It's in the Corpse Grinder book called Meat. Like meat. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, so I just get to pilot like basically a butt ton of zombies and I'm so excited.
That is sounds terrifying. Because in Necromunda, isn't there like a whole faction of like people who eat flesh or whatever? Because there's no
Excuse
other.
me, everybody eats flesh.
Because
That's
they're
what corpse starch is.
gross.
Yeah.
Keith says, sounds really fun. There's a sweet website site that randomizes the Tempest cards for you. It's amazing. Really? So, like, you don't even need to get the deck, eh? You can just, like, use a website? Well, isn't that fun, then? That sounds exciting. Mm-hmm. Na-ba-dee-da-boo-da-bow.
It's really interesting going and painting a different scale when you're so used to like the GW heroic scale. I
Are you,
really think it helps you level up as a painter to go and like paint other things every once in a while.
when I did that bust that John Lacron gave me,
Yeah.
that was a much bigger, like it was just a bust, right? So
Yeah.
you can't really use all the techniques that you're like used to, right? Like I used a couple of techniques, but it was definitely very interesting to paint something that was much bigger and you know what I mean? Like didn't I couldn't just wash and call it a day, you know.
Yeah.
So that was fun. So I understand what you mean with that. Is it a bigger or a smaller scale?
It's smaller and it's like it's what do they call it? True scale. So like everybody's hands and faces are the correct size. They're not
Proportionate,
big
you mean?
like
Yeah.
yeah. Because in Warhammer models, the hands and faces are always bigger than they should be. So it's a little less forgiving in a way to paint these teeny tiny models, but I feel like I'm learning a lot.
Yeah. Hey, faces and bases, right? They say.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've been told.
So you've been told if you
Yeah.
want to get your
I'm
models to
so
look good, faces and bases.
I'm so excited because there's a lady on Instagram who makes like really cool tie-dye stuff called Dyeing to Batik.
Okay.
And she gifted me these really tiny quartz crystals
Yeah.
and she wanted me to use them on a base of something and I just could not find the right project for them. Like I've had them for I think 2 years and then they're just like perfect for this little warband project. So I'm excited. I stuck them on the base and they look great.
Nice.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Tie
My
and dye.
Dying to Batik.
Nice. I
Yeah.
like plays on
Um
words for companies. Take note.
yes. Um and these bases I'm like really inspired by like the beaches of Cancun and like kind of like that in between area between the beaches and the jungle. So it's what I'm trying to make these look like.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
really happy with how
really
they're turning out.
thinking last night. So I've had this concept idea for a long time in my head of a Space Marine chapter that is very stylized in my Mexican heritage called the Jalap Angels.
Oh,
And so,
really?
oh yeah.
Okay.
So I was literally thinking last night about the logo, and so I think I've got
Oh.
like the chapter symbol in my brain. It finally came to me last night. This is after like 15 years of me thinking about the Jalap Angels and how awesome it would be to make them. So I'm totally gonna make, I think, an eradicator, not eradicator, an infiltrator. Infiltrator? What's the name of the guys with the big sniper rifles?
Uh,
Eliminator, that's what they're called. So
yeah.
Space Marine Eliminator. So it's going to be a Primaris chapter now, because we've moved on from the old school Firstborns. So he's going to be an Eliminator with a big sarape on instead of like his cloak, and then he's going to have like the Zapatista freaking like oh man, with all the like
Like a
things.
bandolier.
Oh, it's gonna be great. He's gonna have his big like sniper rifle, and then he's gonna have his giant like jalapenos like crest on it. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Like so excited. So
You know what you should do? Don't
yeah.
commit to doing a
No, I'm
full
just doing one.
force.
I'm doing
Yeah,
one.
just do
Yeah, I'm
one.
gonna do one as a concept and just like
Yeah.
have him, and then I'm actually gonna go through. I want to go through all my Space Marine bits. I'm gonna literally like probably green stuff a pose. I'm gonna like try and make him like a unique like model or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just say I'm really excited about trying this project. I'm gonna push myself to try and make it happen.
Yeah.
And I just love that concept. It's like one of my favorite concepts, like just in my head. Is the chapter
I
crest a jalapeno with wings? Oh, it's more than that, buddy. It's more than that. I'm going all
wait,
out. You have
wait.
no idea.
Are like how can it be more? How can you fit more than that on
Okay, think
a shoulder
you
pad?
have to understand. Like, there's the Mexican flag, the crest that's in the flag, which is the eagle on the thing, and then the jalapeno thing, and then the angels. So it has to like bring all of those concepts together. So
Oh my
I've got it in my
gosh.
head. I need to doodle it, but I will be doodling it and then and bringing it to life. It's gonna be great. Quisiera ver a los jalapeños. Necesitan bigotes. Yeah, they need big stashes. Oh yeah, big stashes. Big Zapatista stashes.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
I like having like little art projects in miniatures. Like I do think that I'm gonna make a little diorama for my pink Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't really want to paint any more of them. But I think making a little diorama would be really fun because then I could put like little like teddy bears and like unicorns and stuff on it. So
hmm I
yeah,
love like your little Pink Marine project or whatever. Fantastic.
yeah,
Like that was the Pink Templars.
yeah.
Freaking love that project. Anyway, so that's like a very stylized thing. Like back in the day, it was definitely a lot more racist, where it was like, because I'm Mexican, so I was like, I'm gonna make the scouts be all like swing in a river and stuff like that, just for fun. but but now it's like evolved to more of a like, let's do like a really patriotic, like badass Zapatista. I grew up in Morelos, which is like, you know, where Emiliano Zapata was around, and there's like giant statues of him like everywhere down in like the mid south of Mexico. Anyway, that's just the inspiration of it. Have you seen? I have not seen the downhill skiing team in their uniforms. It's funny because when you get to the Olympics, a lot of countries have like the weirdest uniforms ever, which is really weird. Okay, Tanya, I think we're going to be calling it a day soon, pretty much, because I need to get up and do some stuff. And I might as well
What?
do like a quick hour stream here and then go off on my way. but
Fine.
uh, but before we finish up for the day, Tanya, why don't you tell people where they can find you and what you do?
Okay. Well, you can find me on Instagram and YouTube and Forge the Narrative podcast. Yep, that's where you can find me. You can also find me on my Patreon Discord. And later today, I'm going to be doing a live premiere. So that's going to be in about 5 hours or so.
Mhm.
So you can come join me for that. I'm going to be in the chat. It'll be lots of fun.
I'm looking forward to that. It'll be very entertaining. Of course, I've been Skari, your grateful host, Tanya Gates, my wonderful co-host for today. Huge apology for Emma not being here, so we'll try and bring her back on. Things happen, life happens, so hopefully she's okay. Other than that, you're all amazing. Really appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving us a comment. Actually, I have a question comment. So if you've gone to this point in the video and you haven't clicked off the video, let me know what sort of cool concept army you would like. I've seen over my years many cool concept armies. Some of the coolest ones I've seen was a zombie-inspired Tyranid army, where the Tervigons were corpse carts that like shoved more dead bodies on the ground, like that sort of style. And all the ogres were giant zoanthrope. Zoanthropes were like ogres with giant brains, right? Like that was psychic ogres and stuff. It was a really cool concept. Or a concept there's a concept of, you can actually Google this, called Mexicrons, and the giant monolith is a big open bar. It's really funny. You go in and it's like, and they've got like
What
hats and stuff.
about
Really fun.
those Star Wars orcs from
Yeah, the Star
Attack
Wars orcs
X?
with a
Those are
giant
really cool.
at or whatever, with like, oh,
Mhm.
it's good. Like it's really really neat. Like that is impressive just to see, right? With
Mhm.
like Darth Gaz or whatever it is, like Gazgul with like was it a lightsaber Gaz? I don't remember, but it was
I
pretty
don't
cool.
remember either. Yeah.
Um, so let me know with a comment which is your favorite concept. Other than that, thanks a lot for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow with more amazing content. Stay tuned, check out the rest of the videos in the series, and if you like it, you can support me on Patreon. The link is down below. Other than that, you're all amazing. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Don't forget to hashtag.
Just put paint on it.
There you go. That's the spirit. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.